President Trump announces what he calls the largest deregulation in U.S. history, wiping out the legal basis to control greenhouse gas emissions. Good evening, I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. While the White House says it will save more than $1 trillion in regulatory costs, environmental groups say the true cost will be to human health.
CBS 8's Richard Allen is live in Barrio Logan with more on the legal battle that lies ahead. Richard?
And Carlo and Marcella, Barrio Logan here is one of the communities most impacted by greenhouse gas emissions, surrounded by major freeways, industry, and shipyards. And environmentalists say today's move by the Trump administration will only increase the risk to residents' health.
We are officially terminating the so-called endangerment finding.
That scientific ruling goes back to a 2007 Supreme Court decision, finding that greenhouse gases are air pollutants that harm public health and must be subject to the Clean Air Act.
And yet this radical rule became the legal foundation for the Green New Scam, one of the greatest scams in history.
Among the changes announced, rolling back emission standards for vehicles going back to 2012, as well as ending a credit for automakers that install a so-called start-stop feature in vehicles. That's when newer vehicles shut off gas engines when the car is idle, for example, at red lights.
This action will eliminate over $1.3 trillion of regulatory costs and help bring car prices tumbling down.
We know that Trump is putting profit over people.
Emma Rodriguez is with San Diego 350, an environmental group that's calling on the courts to uphold the endangerment finding and the decades of proven science behind it.
For us, as people who are fighting for the climate, it's certainly been devastating.
This action flies in the face of science.
Dr. Gretchen Goldman leads the Union of Concerned Scientists. She says the Trump administration is letting the fossil fuel industry, quote, run amok.
We're going to see some immediate impacts of this, increases in emissions and health harms in communities.
Communities like Barrio Logan, Logan Heights, Border and South Bay communities, and Southeast San Diego, which in 2024 were devastated by flooding.
Those floods were caused by a storm which was made worse by climate change. We can expect to see more of that.
Governor Gavin Newsom has already promised a court challenge, saying, quote, if this reckless decision survives legal challenges, it will lead to more deadly wildfires, more extreme heat deaths, more climate-driven floods and droughts, and greater threats to communities nationwide. Legal challenges that environmental groups also say they will be bringing forward.
We will not stop fighting for climate action, no matter what happens at the federal level.
And as for the auto industry, which of course stands to benefit from these changes by the Trump administration, several different auto companies today said while they welcome the changes, they are also still committed to reducing emissions.